let's let's not talk only about weight loss. Let's talk about something that I am very, very sure, and you can put a little bit of the thumbs up on the and click the thingy with a thumb up if you have ever had like a yo-yo dieting and then you gain all the weight that you had lost and maybe a little bit more because I've had even make I feel sometimes you uh I don't know, you start eating a little bit too much and go on a diet and you count calories and then you lose some weight and then you get all this stressed about it and then you start eating and then you gain all the way back. So let's talk about a little bit about that. So why is it that there is a rebound effect? Why is it that people gain all the weight? You go on a diet and you say, hey, I have like a couple pounds, like a couple of extra pounds that maybe my jeans won't fit as good as I would like them to. So you go on a diet. Then you deprive yourself from food and from being happy. And then you lose weight, obviously. But what happens? You finish your dieting period and you revert to all the habits that you had before the dieting. So you put weight back on and then you feel miserable and then you start eating even more because you feel miserable and you gain a lot of you put some more pounds on and then you go on a diet again and please let me know in the chat or maybe raise a little handy thingy if you've ever experienced that because I've had experienced that several times in my 36 years of life. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this. So, what's the difference? And I want you to know this. What's the difference between fat loss and weight loss? Fat loss increases your metabolism. Weight loss slows your metabolism because if you lose weight, you are also losing muscle, and your metabolism, which is the part of your system that burns calories, consists in muscle, consists in obviously your digestive system and your brain and all of their body functions. But the only thing that you can control in the weight loss or fat loss business is your muscle because you cannot change your age, your sex, your height. You cannot change all those factors. But what you can change is your muscle. If you gain more muscle, you burn more fat while you're resting, meaning that just because you're breathing, you're burning more fat all the time. So, another difference, fat loss increases your fitness level, your vitality. Weight loss decreases your fitness level because you're so deprived sometimes that you even like you don't have energy or you're sleepy all the time, you're cold. Fat loss means proper nutrition. In order for your body to shed the fat, it has to be nourished. If it's not nourished, it's very hard for your body to lose fat. It will lose weight in like in fluids, in water and in muscle, but not fat, because fat actually in our genetics is about um, being alive. It's like stored energy that your body says your body's like I may need this sometime soon, so I better keep it because sometime I'm going to need it. So if you don't give your body the proper nutrition, it will keep the fat and not lose it. You know what I mean, right? So fat loss means reduction in fat, obviously. And as I said before, weight loss is more about fat as water and as muscle. In about fat loss, you can train weight. As I said before, you have to gain muscle. You can do cardio and you sleep. Most of the time, when you're trying to lose weight, you're only doing cardio, and you turn out. Have you ever heard the term skinny fat? Meaning that you're very skinny but fluffy. Let's say it like that. You're fluffy. I'm going to put an example in myself. Okay, I'm a mesomorph, meaning that I have muscle. I'm a natural athlete. My body is meant to be fit. I'm being like strong. I am not meant to be skinny, like very tiny, because naturally I produce muscle very quickly. But and I see that sometimes I look a little bit bigger, not chubbier, but bigger in my build than other women, right? But if you measure my body fat percentage is lower than another female. And I'm like, why does she look as if she was like half my size or my width? And I look like so much bigger. And that's because of the muscle. Okay? In my case, I have to be very, very ripped in order to look like small. And that's what I'm doing that right now. So, fat loss means that you're gaining strength, you're gaining skills, you're changing habits in order to lose fat. When you just want to lose weight, you decrease your strength because you're losing your muscle. And when you get older, you're naturally going to lose muscle. So, why is it that we would want to lose muscle faster? It makes no sense. Okay, I'm going to teach you a little tiny bit about hormones, but just a little tiny, so you know what is it that happens inside of yourself and take consciousness of why is it that we um, would better lose fat instead of just weight. There is this little tiny hormone on your fat tissue that is called leptin. What is it that it does? It increases your heart rate, it decreases the glucose stimulation in insulin secretion, it helps regulate the thyroid, it, it stimulates blood pressure, it activates immune cells. Are you listening to that? We have a hormone in our fat tissue that activates your immune system, regulates appetite. Your your appetite, your fat is like connected to your appetite in that part of your brain. It also regulates bone mass and regulates the menstrual cycle. What is it that happens when you lose fat too rapidly? You decrease very rapidly the amount of leptin. Let's be logical here. If you have a hormone that regulates your appetite by giving your brain the signal that you're not hungry anymore, what happens if you rapidly lose a lot of weight and you stop producing leptin? That regulation breaks and you no longer know, let's say your brain doesn't know if you're hungry or not. So you start having more appetite, meaning you feel hungry all the time. And I am sure that it happened to you because it happened to me and so many people that I know, that they do go on a diet and they don't know why, but by the end of the diet, meaning a crash diet probably, they are even hungrier. So they crave for food and they start eating even more than they did before the diet, meaning they put on more weight and even more than they used to before the dieting period. And that's because of leptin. So We have to take that in consideration before going on these crash diets, okay? Okay, what is it so good about this 10-14 pack? It is a 14 vegetarian meal plan which is meant to boost your body's mitochondria and anti-inflammatory potential. Well, okay, Stephany, please translate this. Let's say that it increases your metabolism. It makes your metabolism work faster because of the protein and all of the nutrients and all of the nutrition, that very good food that you're giving your body, and also because you are regulating and diminishing the amount of animal protein that you are consuming. It decreases the inflammation in your body, and when you have inflammation you cannot lose fat. So when you decrease inflammation, you give your body a break, a very good break, so it loses the fat naturally. This chart is about plant-based protein, okay? Let's say, but you say, okay, Stephany, but I am a vegan or I'm a vegetarian and I eat a lot of quinoa or eat a lot of, I don't know, lentils, whatever, all the time. Okay, but mm, plant-based protein in general can only be absorbed in a little bit of a percentage, meaning 55 to 83%. So, the good thing about our protein, our plant-based proteins, is that it is formulated in a way that you absorb the 100% of that protein, and that's very, very good. And it there is no product out there that has that potential, that biological potential to to help you absorb 100% of the protein that you're consuming. So, okay, Steph, but what is it that it does? How does it actually work? Hmm. You have a meal plan, you have portions, you have recipes. Okay, my picture is just an example, of course. You learn how and what to eat in order to boost your metabolism. The key word here is learn, because you're not going back to your old habits. You learn how to eat, what to eat in order to boost your metabolism and lower the inflammation of your body, which turns into fat loss. Okay, but how? By increasing your metabolism, your muscle. It helps you burning fat because there are products that are meant for that, and you block the extra carbs and sugars from your diet with some other products that help you block the extra carbs and the extra sugars. And what I love about it, it's very, very, very like easy. You just have to open the chart. Look, oh, hello, it is Monday today. What is it? I don't know if you people say this, but here in Peru they say this a lot. I'm starting my diet on Monday. Okay, this is like starting your diet on Monday, because it says it here. It says Monday. So on Monday, what is it I'm going to have? And you have your breakfast, your midday snack, your lunch, your mid-afternoon snack, and your dinner. And you have all the products that are going to go with the meal. We're not replacing. You see this? There are food here. There is actually food. You're not replacing anything with a beverage or a steak or a product. You're you're helping your meal plan with products that actually help you burn more fat faster. And you just have to read it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever. And you say, oh, okay, so now I have to eat. I'm going to make an example here, like reading this. let's say Wednesday, okay? I have a breakfast, a stick of extra tea Vita to boost like your energy. Okay, what else? With a glass of water and some eggs and some egg whites and mushrooms. So you're making like an omelette and you're having energy with the product and you're having actual real food that is going to help you feel full and actually have nutrition. What else? Other thing that I like is that you see this chart here. You actually see it. You can see your height. I am 5'4", let's say, in a good day. So I'm 5'4", and they say, okay, this is from 5'3" to 5'7". Okay, so I'm going to eat a 1,200 calorie meal plan. Okay, so my portions here are, okay, I'm having one portion of fruit, half a portion of carbs, one portion of protein. So you choose the size of your portion according to your height. I am a 5'4" woman. I am not going to eat like a 6 foot man because that would be like too much, you know? So that's the good thing about this plan. It helps you learn how much is it that you actually need of food in order to keep your portions according to your own body needs. And that's very, very good because by the end of the plan, you have learned how to eat for your body, for your height, for your own health. And you have like unlimited veggies and some dairy and what fats that you can eat, which fruits, which carbs, which proteins, and that you have a diet about it. You have a plan to it, and you can stick to that plan even after finishing the pack because you can stick to those portions a little bit longer. Maybe add a little bit more fat, like healthy fat from seeds, from avocado, or a little bit more protein if you're going to train. But you've learned like the average proportion of how you're supposed to eat, and that's very good in a 2-week period. Okay, which products are inside of this pack aside from the dieting plan? You have energy with Vita. You have fat burn with Thermos T3. You have the no carb tea, which blocks the extra sugar and extra carbs that you could eat. You have protein, so you can keep all your muscle. Even with, if you're going to, if you're going to go on a hypocaloric diet plan, you need protein in order to sustain your muscle. You have Prunex, so you clean you have a little bit of a colon cleanse. And that, my dear friends and my dear people, is how this works. I did this presentation very, very precise. I gave you some some insight about how is it that you work, like in your system, like in your body, so you know the importance of having a very good health and a very good nutrition, and how nutrition is going to help you live longer, better, and fitter, actually. So I don't know if you have any questions because I see like a chat thing going on, and I'm going to check it out. I'm going to stop this presentation because you are not regaining your weight. You're learning how to eat. You're losing fat. You're keeping your muscle. You're having a metabolism boost. Your body cleanses. You learn about habits and portions. That's the benefits of this